What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Chandler, a Cox and Space behind the scenes podcast, where we get together and we hang out with Chandler, who isn't here presently. But fortunately, our guest is Ocean Alvarado, who, if you may remember, is an early Flicking with Skip guest, where we talked about horror throughout the decades. Welcome back, Ocean. How are you?
Hello, what's going on? How are you?
Uh,
Oh my God, I've been so hot and tired this summer.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, for sure. What have you been doing that's been causing that for you?
Oh, I started a new job. I'm
Mm.
like a maintenance guy now.
I was gonna ask you as
Oh, yeah.
landscaping with hot and tired.
Oh man, I wish I was getting paid for that. No. Yeah, I just drive I drive around and I change people's locks. But oh my
Okay.
God, just hot
Yeah.
in denim or Carhartt stuff all day. Oh my God.
Oh, geez. I remember, if I remember correctly, you're up in like the heartland, like Midwest, right? Like
Yeah,
Ohio or something
I'm
like that.
in I'm in Toledo, Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
we've
I'm
been dealing with
like
humidity down here too, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
oh God, yeah, I get that. Well, I'm like work wise, I'm like a forklift driver, so it's like I'm used to like gross warehouses and stuff.
Right,
But like
right.
being a
And
maintenance
luggage.
guy, I've gotta like crawl into like crawl spaces. I've gotta get so used to cobwebs. I have to be like sweaty and covered in dust. Like I'm
Yeah.
not used to this. I'm a
That's the
theater guy.
combination of feelings. Yeah, yeah, where you're moist inside, but there's dust on your face. Like,
Oh,
yeah, facts. No, no, I'm with you. And yeah, that's summertime. You doing like up in people's attics and stuff like that too. So it's like that kind of hot.
yeah, or like down in people's like crazy hoarder basements or like outside in like overgrown backyards and stuff. Like, oh my God, it's just crazy. Houses where like a homeless person was like living in them, like squatting. Like I just see it's like a whole array of crazy stuff.
Wow. That is geez. What
Uh,
got you into that? Was it hopefully the pay?
Actually, yeah. Yeah, the pay. Honestly, dude, most of the work I get in Ohio and most of the people I know, unless they have a degree, is like temp work, like agency work.
Wow.
And yeah, and it's just not you're treated like a like a background extra. You're kind of always treated like a high school kid if you work for a temp agency.
Geez, right. Of
And
course,
this is
always the new person on the job. Couldn't possibly know anything about any of this stuff.
yeah, I know. I'm 29 and
Right.
I gotta ask to go to the bathroom still. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, wow. I'm also in that situation where like 40 and have worked in a lot of kitchens before. And I'm now working in another kitchen and they're like explaining like basic tasks to me, but they're explaining them wrong. And I'm like, but that's not, yeah, that's not, okay, okay. And then I've also had them get mad at me for doing it the way that was different than they said, because it's the way that you should actually do it so that people don't get sick and stuff. And so I was like,
Yeah.
um, okay, okay, yeah, I'm sorry, you're right. I couldn't possibly know. Um, and I realized too that they all thought that I was like 20 because I have like a young demeanor, and because I've shaved
Mm,
my head, you can't tell that I'm balding. Because I think
mhm.
if I leave it, I look like I'm 40, like my age. But like because it's all like cut like that, I don't have a lot of wrinkles because I don't have a lot of sun damage. I didn't smoke. I haven't smoked for the last like 10 years. And so they just
Oh,
think like
nice.
I'm a kid, yeah, who won't listen to them. And I'm like, would you please would you stop? I just, this is, yeah, like, I'm asking to have to go to the bathroom. Yeah, where you're like,
Oh,
oh man.
dude, I
So,
get that.
yeah, so
Really get that.
you were like, I'm gonna change it up. I want to be something that's solid. I can work for a company that has a bunch of properties and just do the same thing. Just
Yeah, they
change
for
locks.
some reason
cleanly.
Yeah, they for some reason trust me to like drive like a company truck. Like I get to just like listen to music all day and I'm working solo and like I live in, like yeah, I think I mentioned like I'm in Toledo. So I get
Yeah.
to like learn the city real well. Like I really
Uh,
like Toledo.
Nice.
Like, oh man, like it's cool.
Yeah, I had moving jobs in Chicago, and that was where I got to drive, and they trusted me for some reason. I was like 24 or something, to drive
Mhm.
like a box truck around the streets, right? And so I get to learn Chicago that way. Just like know where all these little streets are and how to get from here to there and stuff like that. And yeah, it made a huge difference. Like sometimes when you're in a city, you only get to explore the little areas that you hang out in. And so like it
Yeah.
made like a lot of areas interconnected for me where I'm like, oh, that's there, and this is north of that, and this is over here and like because I had the visual at that point.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
gonna
and
just be like Toledo.
I've got like a fair amount of like city driving anxiety. Like I grew up
Mm.
like more in the country. Like I grew up in a trailer park, like in a rural part of Ohio, and didn't do like a ton of city driving. Toledo's not that big, but like it's more than I'm used to. And having to do it in learning streets I'm not used to in a city in like a giant like work van with like a ladder rack on it
Oh
is
my
like
God.
yeah, like yeah, it's like managing. It's like yeah, managing a lot, and I'm like rushing from like one property to another because I do inspections. So like I got to get a certain number done in a day, and it's like yeah, like but I'm getting the metal tested. It's like straight into the fire and then back into the frying pan, like nonstop.
Nice use of that word, metal. Yeah, that I was like, wait. First, I was like, yeah, but like to temp this the steel that's being tempered. Um,
Hmm.
I noticed that's your logo as well, right? The formation of the gene stealer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you about that because you have an interesting name, which is not your name. And then also like you have an interesting icon. Do you want to tell me the story?
Oh, the gene stealer thing,
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
my
both.
oh yeah. Oh shoot, I'm just a huge Warhammer 40K nerd, and that's a faction in Warhammer is the
Okay, I
gene
got you.
stealers.
The gene
And
stealer.
then we were, and then yeah, and then I think we were just talking about a gene stealer pretending to be human, and like, what's your name, man? What's your human name? And it's like, it's like a four-armed purple monster. It's trying to pass off its human name as Gene Stealer.
Gotcha.
I just thought that was real silly. And then I'm a big Magic the Gathering nerd, so I think
Gotcha.
that's
So
my
that's
profile picture.
the two
Yeah.
pictures. Oh, geez. You're talking about two things that I like to know a lot about, but I do not know a lot about, because I haven't put the time into the massive nerdiness into Warhammer, and then the
Oh,
math and numbers of Magic, and then knowing what combinations of things you have to use, and the like likelihood that it's going to come up in your deck given how big your deck is, just like all that sort of stuff is just like. I look at it, it's just like this time sink where I'm like, man, I wish I had like three lifetimes instead of one, because then I could do like all the things that I want to do.
I will say if you're 40, that's like prime. It's crazy, but this is like you're like the prime age for like you should have been like most Magic fans are like I think that started in like 93
Yeah,
or like
exactly. I
90.
remember when it came out when I was a kid. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I had the
Yeah.
time to get invested in it because like
Yeah.
the
And then
first series were dropped
Warhammer.
then. Yeah, if I had just like bought packs, I'm sure like I would have a bunch of money
Oh my God.
because
Yeah.
you
That's like
imagine
a
like
thing. That's
having.
like a yeah, you'll hear people at like garage sales like finding or like I think like Antiques Roadshow had like an episode where somebody brought like the Power Nine they're called. It's like nine super expensive old Magic cards.
Oh wow. They're like, what do you think this is worth? And I'm like, quite a bit.
Yeah, like
I was gonna
yeah,
say,
like I
it's
think
like
like
half a million dollars.
a card called like the Black Lotus is worth like 10 grand. This because a
Wow.
bunch of nerdy reasons.
Right. Well, right. Yeah, exactly. And then like cards didn't keep over time. No one was expecting like these things to work. That they're overpowered for certain reasons. They have a legacy that comes after them.
Yeah, and they originally designed Magic like they were like, oh well, you'll just like you're not gonna you can have four copies of the same card in a deck, but like people will treat it like they'll be more casual with it. They'll just have the cards they have, and their friends will have their own cards. But it's like the cards they were printing when the first set came out were so powerful. Like everybody was buying them and stuffing four copies in their deck, like maximizing the best cards you could. Yeah, and then they never got reprinted after the early 90s. So they
They're
now you get cards that are worth like you're like, yeah, no, I sold my collection and I bought a house. It's like, yeah, you could do that with Magic.
Wow. Yeah, I have heard that story as well. To have like that,
Yeah.
yeah, those pieces. Dang. Yeah, so I bought a house. You're talking like at least 100,000 for starter. And then
Yeah.
possibly in today's market, like almost $1 million for like if you have a family.
People, yeah. Did you hear that story about Post Malone buying a $2 million Magic card?
Yeah. What was it? The ring,
Yeah.
the one ring from the Lord of the Rings.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah, like a one of one ring. Yeah. And it's just worth whatever the richest person around wants to pay for it.
That's
Post Malone,
exactly.
I think outside of some people that work for like the company that makes Magic the Gathering, some people there
Wizards of
have
the
like
Coast.
their own, yeah, Wizards of the Coast. They have their own art on like a couple of one cards, but like not very many other people have other cards like that, except Post Malone has his favorite commander card that is a deck that he has. It's called Zur the Enchanter. They made him a one of one that's a Post Malone on the art, which is like really cool.
That's really cool. Oh my God, that
That's
deck
pretty
is
cool.
worth something. The whole deck is one of one.
The whole deck is probably his, but like the guy that like leads because you can have like one
Right,
creature be like
the
the
commander.
commander.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's like literally it is him. Like I think he's played the deck like on like YouTube, like other YouTube channels where he has the deck physically. Oh my God,
That
I'm
is
a
sick.
huge Magic nerd,
Yeah,
man.
that is sick. Yeah, my nephews are into it, so I've like caught like some of that, and my brother is as well. He's the one who got him into it, and they have like, of course, huge. They're not shoe boxes. They're meant to hold like massive amounts of cards, so they can build whatever type
Yeah,
of deck that they want to. My nephew,
yeah,
he when he plays with my dad and his brother, my other nephew, they they tell him there's only certain things decks that he can play with because he knows how to manipulate the rules so much that he'll do a move that will like trap you into a game that you can't get out of, and he'll just like torture you with the deck until it's done. Um,
yeah.
what deck is he playing with? Do you know?
That's a yeah. So that's a strategy that's called stacks. I
Okay.
think it's called stacks because it's named after like a card called Smokestack. But that's like Magic was made in like the Pacific Northwest by a bunch of mathematicians in the 90s.
It shows.
So
It shows.
the game mechanics are cold and unfeeling and will make you torture your friends if you can. And that's
Got it. Okay. That actually explains
yeah.
why like the games that I've played, I'm like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable with this game. It feels like a game of Monopoly. You know what I mean? Where
Mhm.
like I will dwindle down your resources and you will bow to me. That's what the game of Monopoly is. That's people who really like that game, that's what they love about it. Same with Risk, right? Like it's just like world domination,
Mhm.
the game. But like you can do that
Yeah.
with Magic, right? Um,
Oh
you
yeah.
and however many people you can convince to play with you.
Yeah, there's lots of like built-in because it's been around long enough that there's like names for like the different deck strategies. So like if you're new and you really want to stop people from playing the game, you can be like a blue control player where you're like playing like literally playing islands to play blue cards. And blue lets you like counter spells. So before I even get to play my thing, you just counter it. And that's kind of the thing
Ah,
that blue does best. So
gotcha.
that's like what control does. Control stops people from even like doing shit on their own turns.
Okay, okay, I'm with you.
Um, yeah.
Blues
Oh man,
control.
you would
Wait, so
probably like it.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, break down the different groups for me because I mean, like some people who are going to listen to this are going to be dumb about Magic as I am, and like I mean, you like to nerd out, right? Do you want to nerd
Oh
out
my God.
right now? Because I want to
Holy
know.
shit.
So I know that
Holy
blue
shit,
pairs
totally.
good with white, right? Like you'll have a blue white deck, right?
Yeah.
So
So
what's
it's a little bit based on like the Wiccan five elements. Like
okay?
the it's not like at all satanic like Magic the Gathering got caught up with D&D in the satanic panic,
Oh
but
my God, of
the
the
five
late 90s. It was
yeah,
continuing from the
yeah,
80s. Like I don't know if you
for
said
real.
yeah,
Yeah.
you weren't living at that time, but yeah, it was just so weird because people believed this like basically it was Dark Ages shit. You know what I mean? There's like a
Mm.
thing that's hunting this, like you will summon demons by playing a math game. Like weird, a weird time to be alive.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Like
so
yeah, no, like for how low that bar was, like me and my friends are playing Magic the Gathering. It'd be like, well,
right.
what are you like summoning demons in the woods, like with these
No,
cards?
no,
Uh
it's just
yeah, so
good
the five
artwork.
colors,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just awesome artwork. And it used to be a little more edgy, but it's white, blue, black, red, and green, and each one has like a different like aspect of what a personality could be. So green is about like growth, and white is about community, red is about creativity and impulse, and blue is about knowledge, and black is about like self-interest. So none of them are inherently like good or evil. And
Right.
it's a fun like personality quiz of like which single color are you, or which double color are you, or which like combination of three colors are you, because they're all different.
And do you feel like
And
people who play the decks, they are expressing who they are in their deck?
honestly, I've got a problem. I've got like the format I play is called Commander. It's
Yeah.
100 cards in a deck, and you
Okay.
only can have one copy of each card. Man, I've got
Mm.
like 38 Commander decks. I've got like
Oh my God, what?
30. I've
38
Yeah, no, I've got a
more.
tremendous amount. It's a problem. I'm losing friends and family by the day. Uh, I'm horrible to talk to. I'm also not winning. I'm losing all these games.
Oh my God, that's the
uh,
worst. So you're like,
um,
maybe it's not that one, but you're also a character actor, right? Like that's the one of the things you do with improv.
oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah, yeah.
So,
Um,
um, then yeah, that's I mean, you're just playing different characters. You're just setting up these 38 different characters that you could support your commander, right?
yeah, yeah. Of like which, honestly, yeah. So I like and Commander. I mean, I don't even know how many cards are in Magic the Gathering anymore. Like I think it's well over 10,000. It might be like 20,000.
I
There's a
would
tremendous
I
amount.
would believe that easily because I mean like I since the 90s they've released new sets once a
Yeah.
year, every quarter or something like that. Um
Well, yeah. So now they're doing one like every 3 months. I think another new set comes out.
yeah, exactly. I'm just like holy crap like um
More than that, maybe
yeah,
two.
so 20,000 cards you know is very believable.
Yeah, and the strategies are also tied with like the theme of the deck. So like certain creatures, because what you're doing is like your deck, if it's like a 100 card deck, about 40% of it's going to be lands. Lands let you like play the stuff that's fun. And then the fun stuff are like sorceries or creatures or like artifacts, like characters from the game and from the stories that are like on the battlefield, like attacking your opponents.
Gotcha.
So certain creatures aren't in certain colors. Like I've got a deck I like a lot that's demons, and it's red, blue, and black. And like
Interesting.
it's
So
none of the other.
passion or creativity, control, and self protection.
Yeah, yeah, like
Okay.
self-interest. Yeah,
It's
it's
self-interest.
like uh yeah, like red, blue, black is like kind of like the villain color combination. You'll find like a lot of
Fair,
the
fair, yeah.
cooler monsters in there. You'll find like zombies in there, or like dragons and demons and stuff. And it's themed like other colors that aren't those. Like a green and white deck is going to look and feel very different from like what this one can do. Like you can put so much onto it. It's like as much as it's a game about being competitive, it's a lot about self-expression. And people
Hmm.
love building themes and like building color or like getting all of this art. like from this specific set in this deck. Like, oh my god, you can see people nerd out over their collection.
Gotcha.
You're hearing me
Oh,
do it.
I see
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
man,
So when you're playing the game and those cards come up, you might be attacking them and they're losing, but they're like, "Ooh, look at that deck though! Like, nice play." Like I haven't
yeah.
seen like I'm being hoarded by zombies, and that's the experience, right? Because that's the type of deck that it is. Or in the one that
Hmm.
you're just like, I'm being tortured by demons as part of like, they just keep stopping me.
Yeah, and that thing that you brought up of like, oh, like I'm getting like slowly ground out and my resources are getting like taken away. It's like, well, yeah,
Oh, gotcha. The
that's like
whole reason
because
to start it. Yeah.
slowly, yeah, that's why like slowly turn by turn. Oh, it's like, oh, whenever they start their turn, you have to discard a card. And they have another thing when they end their turn, you have to discard a card. And whenever they draw a card, you have to discard a card. It's like
You
you'll
just
just
eat
be
away at their
slowly like,
mana.
yeah, like you're watching yourself lose and you're watching your friend's smile grow.
That is, and so like if you have a combination of cards, like it's just like you're constantly losing cards at every moment in your turn, right? So
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
I had a handful, I had a power to do stuff, and now like I don't even have the resources to move a single monster or make an attack or something.
Or you can
Damn it.
mean thing
Yeah,
you can
I would
do if
hate that.
it's yeah, you can be the person that's like, yeah, no, I want to be evil tonight. I want to play the deck that like if the thing that really matters is like you get your land cards because that lets you play stuff. A
Right.
strategy is blowing up your opponent's lands. And that's really mean.
Uh,
It doesn't win you the game, it stops them from playing it. It's like
no. But
yeah, it's like being a UFC fighter and only winning by chokeholds.
oh my God, right. Yeah,
Never and like
exactly.
yeah, and like
So no
never
real
throwing
fight.
punches.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just cut off their air and you're like, you know what? Fuck. This is not a fun
Yeah.
fight. Like I'm here to punch you.
Yeah. It's like it's like abusive older brother energy where it's like I'm not beating you, I'm making you tap out.
Yeah, exactly. But God, I can see that that is probably one of the combinations that he's doing on them because it is annoying, and I'm sure that he would just get such great glee. By him, I mean my nephew would get such great glee at just torturing uh, through math and rules, um, like frustrating my brother, for instance, who gets funnier and funnier the more he's frustrated. Um, he just can't take it.
Oh my
He
god.
hates losing. Um, there he is. What's up, buddy? Chandler Fleming. This is wow. Sorry, Ocean Alvarado. I was enjoying the conversation, so I just forgot your name. I was like the dude, Gene Steeler. We're talking about Magic the Gathering tonight on Chandler. Welcome to your show. How are you?
Hey, so I'm having some internet issues, man, but
Is
I'm
that what's
doing all
going on?
right. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's surprising, but awesome.
That is awesome. I did mention that yeah, this is the time you get your son to bed as well, so it's always dependent on how cooperative he is. So
Yeah, well, actually, we had I guess I got invited to a birthday party tonight, and
oh,
I thought that I'd be able to sneak outside and have the podcast, but my phone service has been acting super weird this month. I think I might have not paid like the full amount, so I don't have as much data as I thought I did. So
gotcha.
like
Oh no.
everything, my whole internet like hasn't been working much at all.
Wow, that yeah. Um,
So, but I can hear you guys now. So,
sweet,
what's up,
sweet.
Jean Steeler?
Yeah, we were just nerding out about Magic the Gathering. Do you play?
Do I what?
Have you played Magic the Gathering?
No, I haven't actually.
Yeah, that
It
was
sounds like something I'd be kind of into because I was talking to you about Stellaris earlier, and like that strategy kind of stuff has been really appealing to me lately.
Oh man. So I gotta tell you, I've been liking strategy games that have like an air of randomness to it.
Mm.
Because Magic is like it's like strategic like chess, but it's as absolutely random as poker. And there's
Interesting.
this there's this Marvel video game I've been playing called Midnight Suns, where you're like you just pick three Marvel characters and they go and do missions, and it's like
Oh,
turn
fun.
based. But the moves they
Yeah, I've
do
heard of that
are
one.
Yeah, like the moves they do are
Yeah.
cards and they're randomized.
Mhm.
So it's like, oh, like you can only control so much before randomness comes in. I really like that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
that's awesome. I play a game called Bridge Quest. It's a modification of the game Munchkin. Um,
Mm.
Yeah.
you play Munchkin? Yeah, so it uses die and it also uses the randomness of cards, and I put like a bunch of decks together. So like
Mhm.
you have like you never really know what you're coming up against, and then tabletop characters as well. But yeah, no, like strategy games that have the element of randomness, like that's one of the things that like I really need in a game. Like if a game is too predictable, like there's classic board games that are hard for me to play because I can't sit there because I just like sorry for instance, right? It's like you pop the bubble, you move. You pop the bubble, you move, right? Like you see somebody like coming up on you even before it happens. Like um but like yeah, like that, like where it's just like this random chaos of a deck and a die roll. Fun times. So what are you playing right now, Ocean, as far as like tabletop?
Uh oh, so uh I was like running some improv shows in downtown Toledo. We had a D&D night.
Oh,
So
fun.
that's I had been not a whole I think only like a couple of people showed up for it, but I was very prepared. Um Bought
As a
and
DM
painted
should be.
minis. Yeah, like I completely overprepared. We had like a 3 hour session, and I think I ended up planning like what would have been like 10 hours. Like I had no idea how long it would have been. But that's sort of where my headspace has been was in Dungeons and Dragons and like how to write and pain over a long term. I wanted to do,
What's
because
it?
and I had just said like I'm a big Toledo guy. I wanted to write a campaign that's like Power Rangers, but it's here in Toledo, where it's like six or seven angsty teenagers in the '90s that get like the Power Ranger suits, and they're
Yeah,
like fighting monsters in like a version of Toledo, where it's like really themed here and like location specific. I was like, that just seems fun.
that does seem really fun. Oh my God. As an improv show and also as a tabletop, which is basically long form, with die rolls, to help you make choices. Um, you gonna do that as a show, or are you gonna get some friends together?
I told people on my improv team that I think it would be fun, and they seemed down for it. If I could write it where it's solid enough, I would absolutely want to record it. I think that would be so fun. Because
Listen,
I'm realizing I
yeah,
love playing D&D with improv people. They're really good.
o Ocean, I don't know if you've counted me in that group of people who would love to do that thing, but if I could get
Ah,
dibs on Red Power Ranger, if no one else is taking it, I would be
yeah,
so excited to play it. But yeah, we're doing a game night
yeah,
Sunday nights here, and doing it as a podcast. But yeah, if you wanted to, that would be hella fun, and I would be all about it. So I don't know if you, yeah, if you're looking for anybody,
dude,
but
yeah.
that sounds so
No, for
fun,
real.
man, so fun.
I went on a very intense deep dive this like past December. YouTube was just playing these like 24-hour live streams of not the American Power Rangers, but the original Japanese Power Rangers. So I would just like come home from
What?
work exhausted, and I would just watch a random episode from a random series from like
The
multiple
original,
weeks, bro.
the original Power
And
Rangers.
it's like a fully different show. Yeah, because they all of the kid stuff and replaced it all with American actors.
Yeah.
So it's like it's an entirely different show. It's way darker. They curse, people die. I was like, this is cool.
So doing a show that's more like that, darker and angstier, the real Power Rangers type of story.
Yeah, a lot of moves.
Yeah.
The one where it's like kind of early on when they become ninjas. I think one of the movies was they're like the Ninja Power Rangers. So the
Okay.
Japanese version of the Ninja Rangers, their moves just have like hell in the name, like rock hell or fire hell or like ice hell. They'll just talk about sending the villains to hell, and then they blow them up, and it's like, oh, you killed him. I think you
Like
did send
Nice.
him to hell.
actual death for these puppies.
Yeah.
Wow, that game sounds uh amazing. Yeah, especially with that like backstory. Um, Well, that's the thing. Going back to how much you prepared for the Dungeons and Dragons show, is that's the thing that you have to do as a DM. If it's a 3 hour show, you do need to do twice as much or three times as much research for it because you don't know what the direction the story could go in. You don't want to be the type of DM that railroads your players into going places because then it's not fun role play. Like if they're required to do these things that, you know, why are they at a table? Why aren't they just playing a video game or something?
Yeah. Yeah. I one of the things I picked up because a YouTube channel I really like, they're called Dropout. They have like every like quarter they'll have like a new like live action Dungeons and Dragons series.
Oh wow.
The DM's name is Brennan Lee Mulligan. He's super fucking good. He's insanely good. He's an
Shout out.
improviser from New York. Um, but one of the things that they do since it's a show is that they are kind of on rails. And I have been kind of taking that
Hmm.
more of like instead of it's just like a big sandbox world and you can do whatever you want, I've been making it a little more streamlined. Like the one I ran, I don't think there's nothing more boring than someone talking about a D&D game, but I put a lot of work into it.
No, no, no.
The
This
thing
is
I
the place to
did,
do it. You definitely please nerd out. This is the environment for it because
oh,
I'm down. Yeah.
well, hell yeah, thank you. Well, I mean, so like the trope in D&D is like, oh, you're adventurers and you're meeting in a tavern for the first time. It's always like, oh, you're meeting in a tavern, meeting in a tavern. The thing I did was like, all right, you're re-meeting at a tavern because you're all adventurers who met here a decade ago and you're
Ah,
re-meeting here because you're now part owners in it. Like you're like level
nice
5
hook.
adventurers.
Nice.
Like
I
you're
I
you're
like that.
having a
Okay.
yeah, like an adventurers reunion, and then like some villains show up, and like the guy who put their party together is like a very boisterous like gold dragon paladin that I gave like a really obnoxious British accent to, and they were like digging it. They were super down for it. They were
Right.
like I made them give a shit about this place and that they didn't know anything about. But I took improv rules. Like a thing from long form is you want familiarity like you
Ah,
want
yeah.
to say like, "Oh, you're always like that," or "You're never like this," or "You're always telling me that," because it
Interesting.
implies a history.
Right.
So I was like, whatever you guys say to each other, like if you're like, "Oh man, that's worse than the last time we got attacked by an owl bear." Well, that's true now. You guys did. Like
Yeah,
you
right.
that's a part of your shared history,
You
and
can
that
make
that
up
helped a
the
bunch.
backstory like as you go
Yeah,
along.
yeah. Like I'm
That's
yeah, like
hilarious.
I'm gonna trust you guys not to break this. Whatever you say is true. You're level 5 heroes. You're
Right.
like level 5 hero means you're like a nationally renowned character by that point. So it's like no, like people would know you. Like you're kind of rich. Like you have
Right.
magic stuff. You're pretty strong.
That
And they were
that
so down for it.
I see where you're going with the where you're like keeping on rails, like in the idea of a show too, is like you like this is an established floor that you have, and then it is an episode. So there, but you're also talking about how like you're setting up hooks where you're like, um, you understand what the situation is, you know why you care about it, you have the ability to take action. So why wouldn't you, right? Like, um, if you want to
Mhm.
have a show on a rail, then the hook has to be totally effective. And that one is, of course, that really worked. If you're like, dude, you want to be a hero? Like people would be like, hell yeah, I want to be a hero.
Yeah, yeah, like it kind of sets it up perfectly because if they're the kind of player that's like, I don't really know if I'm like maybe I'm a little nervous at the table and I'm not really down for the story
Right.
and they're like turning away from it. Okay, well now you're a hero who's becoming apathetic after 10 years of heroing. That's
Hmm.
also interesting. It's
That's
like even if they're
interesting.
disengaged with it,
Right.
yeah, or they're like, well actually I want to be a fucking villain. I think it's way
Hmm.
more fun to kill people. It's like, okay, people
Right.
know you.
Right.
That's interesting.
Right. Yeah. You've had a turnabout, right? Like, as you've reached the keywordom, you realize it's not worth it and then started your villain arc. Also an interesting take, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also not even really like a trick. It's just like tying in a way for the characters to like matter about the world.
Yeah. No,
It would almost be like not doing the work by being like, all right, you're just free. Do whatever you want. The
that was
town is called
exactly,
Town Place.
yeah. That's exactly what I was going to point out. Like, like if you're not doing work that's engaging, or if you're not telling a story that's engaging, why would they do that? Um,
Mhm.
the, there was a the only campaigns I've played for 2 years, I DM'd for, um, and it was about them always entering a multiverse through an unexpected way. So the characters would always
Mm,
find themselves in these circumstances, and it was just always like to just heighten it as much as possible that they were in danger and needed to move, or there was
mhm.
like they were definitely like there was a point. And that always got them to do whatever, and then the confines of the world that they would work out. It was just fun because it was a new sandbox every week. That became like a
Oh, that sounds
continuing
fun.
adventure. It was, yeah, it was very random, and because I knew that you can't really do a campaign. I was in LA at the time, with
Mhm.
people and their schedules. So it had to be a way that you could explain where these random characters came from. And that's where it was just like, and so like, my wife at the time was the main character, and we started like playing this campaign, and then all these different people like popped into it, as she like traveled through the
Oh,
multiverse. Yeah, it was like the
that's
super fun thing.
cool.
Yeah. Um,
Well, because one of the ones I've wanted to do, because I think they Wizards of the Coast released like a Spelljammer
ooh, right,
like
yeah.
collection of books. Yeah, where it's like D&D, but it's in like space, and you have like ships and like different like astral like monsters and species that you can play as. Like that would be really fun to do like a Treasure Planet themed story where it's like where it could be a rotating cast of like, well, it's the whole crew, so
Hmm.
maybe it's a quest where we're not getting all of the characters.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And things that, were a main character, people did come in and play for like a couple of weeks at a time, but like where a main character just disappeared. There was a mechanic that was set up that there was time quakes that were happening all the time. So like, or reality quakes, that when things would suddenly shift, they would just be a different reality, and you have a new history about what had just happened. Um, so retconning was like part of the game. Anyway,
Oh, I
yeah, yeah,
love that.
fun times. So like you said initially was like it's not like a trick to do it. I'm like, no, it's just good GMing. Like you have to like set up a way for the character to want to play. And it's the same thing with any art, right? Like if you want to write a novel, you have to engage them from the first page, and then keep engaging them. We did a review
Yeah.
on Tarantino films recently, and the thing that I love about him is he never stops. He never lets up off the gas, um, except for when he's
Mhm.
pulling you back in. So it's just like there's no blank spots in his films.
Oh man, that's actually a really good. That's I that might be a thing because I've played a lot more. I haven't really had like a consistent play group with D&D. I've more had like a lot of I'm teaching people how to play, and like some people that know how to play are hopping on. It's a lot of running one shots. And I think
Nice.
that might be a good way to explain like making a character is like make a character from a piece of fiction. Like you don't have to come up with like, well, how do I make my barbarian with dad issues compelling? It's like, no, just remake. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You're a hunter with a wolf and you act like Indiana Jones. I don't give a shit.
Right. Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
just pull yeah, just pull from someone that has motivations, and then you'll start making it more original as you start like as you're in that skin longer.
Well,
Because
and
yeah, like
this.
Tarantino characters, I love the Hateful Eight, and like
Oh
all
yeah.
those
Oh
characters
my
feel like they
God.
have a huge history, even
Yeah.
though they're just locked in a building for most of the movie.
Right, yeah, exactly. I had not seen it before a couple of weeks ago, and I was blown away by
Oh,
just like the absolute masterpiece that it is. Like it's just like
oh my God.
it's so taut, like it's just the tension is so tight the entire time, and it's mostly talking. It's all in one room for the most part, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, good times, good times. Tarantino.
Oh,
Uh, but
oh
yeah,
my
that's
God.
it.
I
So
couldn't.
you have to tell stories in that same way, because like what's to stop them? What keeps them coming to your game instead of going to watch a movie? Aaron Kozbial, welcome to Chandler
Oh,
with Ocean Alvarado.
oh,
We are catching up and talking about storytelling at this point. Previously, we were talking about
it's
magic,
so cool.
so the topics have been bountiful. How are you?
I'm good. I got some accomplished and
I love the
thought I'd
way that the phone was blanking out. That made you sound like you were saying some swear words. That's amusing to me as the clean comedian that we know you to be.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah, that
know
was
me.
great.
Always cussing, saying bad things and negativity and uh down with goodness and such.
That's how you
uh,
know. That's how you know Aaron's a good guy because he can't even fake like a bad guy slogan.
he's trying to
Down
like
with
come up with
goodness.
the down with goodness. Darn it.
Yeah, Dig Nabbit. Sorry, I got a little heated there.
I got a little bit
Uh,
worked
Oh my
up.
god. Oh,
We
I
know he
wish I
means it,
could censor Aaron.
but Aaron, how was your show this week?
oh, it was fun. It was like, I mean, 10 people in the audience, but they enjoyed it. I played Heads Up 7 Up with everyone, and that's a fun bit.
That is a fun.
Uh,
Oh, isn't
yeah,
that Aaron? Was that your show at Grumpy's?
yeah.
Ah, who was hosting it?
John Ruggiero?
Oh, awesome! I hadn't been to a show there since Mark's last show got canceled because I had that crazy power outage like a year
Yeah,
ago.
they're not going to do an open mic there anymore. It's going to be like a once a month comedy showcase.
That's a good decision because that was Grumpy Dave's was where I started like performing at all. I met Aaron at open mics at Grumpy Dave's. Anyway, I don't know, Aaron, how would you describe the culture at Grumpy's? Was it good?
Sometimes
What?
sometimes the
The
audience
name
was
is
really in
Grumpy.
it, and sometimes it was not. They were there in the seats, but not like, I don't know that they are familiar with comedy. And it was like pulling teeth to get them involved.
What?
I mean, they're college students, so this is
Okay,
their
all right.
foray into camp.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
It
so
was a it's a
gotcha.
weird
This
it's a
is one of
weird
the places
mix.
that you guys have described that like a whole mob of people will show up specifically for like one dude and
yeah,
then leave as soon as he's done.
yeah, that's
Because
why you got to put them at the. Uh,
I gotcha.
so that,
Then the 10
so that
people are in the audience and 5 of them are stand up.
yeah, but but Thursday was good. Like, there was like a solid group of students that really loved me, and that's all I ask of an audience.
Right? Yeah. How could you ask for anything more than that?
Yeah, yeah, and they also enjoyed the rest of the show, and that's cool too. But mostly it's the liking me that I'm into. Uh,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, why else would you show up except for spreading goodness by liking you?
yeah, and happiness and weirdness, and that's all.
Yeah, that is
That's really
awesome.
funny.
Ocean, how are your showcases going? You still doing them?
Yeah, you're doing a
Imagine.
lot of improv stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm doing a lot of improv stuff. There's the place I was doing shows at is actually closing. It was
Oh,
called Cups of Art.
yeah,
She,
that's
the
right. You talked
owner, the
about that
owner's
last
like
time.
moving out of state.
Gotcha.
Yeah, yeah. It was a really cool venue. I was mostly just doing shows over the summer. I'm on a team called Bingo Rich. We're doing a show on September 27th in Michigan. That'll be cool. We're like opening for a 2-act improvised play
Oh,
called
nice.
Home Slice. It's a really cool show.
Ooh,
I'm really glad that we get to open for it.
yeah.
And then I'm actually going to be in Toledo, the at Glass City Improv at the theater I got trained at. I'm going to be in their monthly show
That
this Friday
that
on September 26th.
Well,
that
that's really amazing.
yeah, good for you, man. Is that you
Uh,
solo or you on a team on the
it's
26th?
Yeah, on the 26th, the first half is short form with like 6 guest improvisers.
Fun, fun,
So it'll be
fun.
like two teams of 3 people each. I know everybody that's on it. My girlfriend Emily is going to be on it. 2 people from my team are going to be on it. Liz Gordon and Jules Schinkel are 2 of the people that are on there. and like the other two people are people I've like done shows with over the summer, so it's like a super comfy group. So yeah, first half is short form, and then the second half is long form with Glass City's house team, with two people that founded Glass City Improv, which it's an awesome show. It's an
That's
awesome show.
awesome.
Yeah.
How long is the set? You said like generally like 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah, I think I think they do it like 30 minutes, 10-minute break, and then like another 20 minutes.
For the
Like
long form?
a 20-minute long form set, yeah, to close out.
Yeah.
Really, really fun. Like it's always, you know, because it's at the. I don't. Do you know? Have you been to Toledo before?
I have not, no. And
Okay, so it's in
most
like
people who listen to this also probably have not. So it'd be good
also
for
haven't. Hell yeah!
yeah, yeah.
It's in terms of just like improv spaces around here. It's like in downtown Toledo. It's at like an actual theater. We're in like a side studio at like a place called the Valentine Theater. So it's a black box. It can fit like 90 people. Like I think the max occupancy is like 90, and it's got a bar in there. So it's a really, and it's a, you know, it's a Friday night. It's like an 8 o'clock show on a Friday night. So it's, I've done
And
it
they
once
sell that
before,
out.
and
Like,
they fucking will sell that out. Yeah.
Wow. So
Oh,
that's a good
yeah.
place to do comedy then. Yeah, I see. Where you just and so everybody's having a good time. They're there for comedy and not for any other reason. They're well known
Yeah.
and
Like
respected. That's cool.
you
So
can
that's what
play
you're
like,
gonna be playing. Mhm.
yeah. I mean, it's just like such a, like a release, like the monthly, because it's like the perfectly sized stage. It's like a perfectly liquored up audience. It's at the end of a Friday. It's always the last Friday of every month. And
Ah,
it's quick, you know? It's like one team does a game and then the other team does the exact same game right after it. So the audience gets the rules. Like it goes by so quick. It feels like a
yeah,
really good
a half
show.
hour isn't anything to do, especially short form. You just have fun the whole time, right? It's like bam, 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 bam. 30
Yeah.
minutes is like gone. Yeah, and then doing a 20 minutes
Yeah.
set is just like to like ease the audience back on out. Yeah, fun.
hmm and they do really good. And it's a nice hybrid show. Toledo doesn't have like if you say improv, most people will go like, "What is that? Is that like stand up?" Like there's just not much of a culture for it yet. So it's a nice hybrid show to get, you know, if you've been seeing the monthly every month, it's a good variety. And if you're new, you get to see both. You get to see short and long form. So it's like
Right.
a good advertisement for the hobby.
It's the same muscle, just like short form is definitely you get to get to those jokes. And so warming up an audience to like improvised comedy being a good idea, instead of just weirdness on stage, which long form can tend to be sometimes. Or,
Yeah,
you know,
esoteric
yeah,
weirdness.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
where
woo!
your suggestion is you're all adding things into a big pot and then doing a cerebral scene based on the ingredients you put in the pot in a reverse order. Like who gives
yeah,
a shit?
exactly. You're like, what? You guys are way too artsy for this comedy scene, which can happen.
Just
Yeah,
be funny.
yeah, be
Just
funny.
be funny.
Right. And so you're like in the short form, you'll be like, yeah, we can be funny. We are funny. Also, sometimes, entertainment is thinky. But no.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
there's
awesome.
just, you
You're
know,
gonna do
maybe
both then. Yeah, right. Like so you get the best of both worlds. Um,
yeah. Yeah.
have you seen Home
Is your
Slice
team
before?
short or long form?
Sorry.
Oh,
Aaron is first up to bat.
Oh, hey, is your team? Are they short or are they long? Long form.
Bingo Rich actually is a long form team. We're
Oh,
still kind of like hammering out our format, and it's actually like it's it's way more of a legit team than I thought. I've only been doing improv for like a year and a half, and I met everybody on this team at like the summer jam drop-in sessions. I was like,
Hmm.
man, these people are all good. These people are all really good. It's like
I love
I'm intimidated just to like even talk to these people. And
it.
my level two teacher, just kind of started the team, and then after I finished level two, he asked me to be on it.
What?
So it's just awesome.
Yeah.
It was just a really cool, just like a really cool opportunity. I don't know why he did that, but it was, like I was on a long form team before I was taking any long form classes, so I had to like learn how to play I had to learn how to play it like in practice with people I was intimidated to talk to, and
Wow,
learn
right.
in shows.
Character
Yeah, and
building.
like
Oh wow.
learn in
Team building.
shows that
Yeah.
were, yeah. I hadn't even been, I hadn't been in the Glass City Monthly. My first show was up in Michigan, up at Hearsay Brewery,
Mhm.
like two days before my birthday last year. So I was just like a nervous wreck and thought I did horrible. I'm just like flopping and trying to make jokes that don't work. But like, yeah, no, it's I'm talking a lot about me, but it's an awesome team. It's an awesome team. I really like long form. It's made me a lot more mindful and
Yeah.
willing to be slow and take things slow.
Yeah,
And it's all
absolutely.
scene work anyway.
It's also
Short or
and
long form, it's all
yeah,
still scene work.
it definitely. I mean, like if you're bringing characters to short form, then you've done most of your work already. You can play whatever game you want when you're equipped with an object, a character, like the
Well, and
scene.
you both are improv guys, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah, very
way back. Yeah,
much.
but it's still, of course, like you don't ever stop being an improviser. Once you learn like how to be more aware, you do that with everything. Like
It's
all my
ingrained
Mm.
all my
forever.
jobs have become a lot easier to do. Like I was like a huge introvert who like has trouble like socializing with people, but just turn into a scene and improvise with them. And so like, like getting through social situations is really just about playing a character that's necessary. So you know yeah, it's a huge tool for everything that you do. Anyone who tells you that, like, you will be a better cop for being an improviser because you'll just more aware of your situation, more ready to listen and like read people's body language. You'll be a better doctor because you have a bedside manner, you know what I mean? Like, this person is different than the person I saw before this, because that's what improv teaches you. Now I'm babbling about improv. I love it. Just like you were saying. Like, so you've only been doing it a year and a half, huh? That's wow, that's awesome. You
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you caught the bug, like that feeling. Um,
Yeah, I've got the RFK brainworm. I'm infected. I've got the Resident Evil parasite taking over my body.
right, yeah, yeah, that's that's the thing. Because like
Mind
improv, it's
player.
about
Yeah.
unlocking creativity. A mind flayer, to bring it back to D&D. Because I was watching Chandler's stream from last week, when he had another musician on with him, and they were doing the same thing that we do in improv, where they were just yes-anding each other and then heightening the idea that they had until they came to a conclusion. And so it was really, really
Mhm.
cool. Chandler, I don't know if you can hear, but it's just, if you guys get a chance to watch that episode, it's cool to see the collaboration, because sometimes in comedy you don't get to see, or like, in the scene writing, you don't get to see the joke payoff, but it was like an instantaneous thing when they were composing music, because you could hear what it sounded like. And like the descriptions they were using for like how they were making the music was exactly the same way that a bunch of us guys were talking about how we were crafting scenes and stuff like that. So I think that improv teaches you that there's like how to use creativity, and creativity can be applied to all parts of life. Rant over.
Oh, oh yeah. I mean, not even getting into like what kind of like shared group consciousness can happen when you're making music with other people.
Yeah, you want to kick off that
'Cause,
conversation? We'll do that one
I
next.
mean, yeah, because
Yeah.
that shit's just
All
so
group
cool.
The
But
group
when I
mind,
was,
holy fuck. Like, and then you realize you're doing it all the time. Yeah.
oh yeah, where everyone's just low key magic because we're all reading each other's minds. But
Yeah,
a thing
exactly. Yeah.
a
Low
thing that
key.
I got from I play bass guitar. I was learning and memorizing and like beating into my head bass guitar scales a couple of years ago.
Okay, fair.
And this is going to sound like weird and conspiratorial because I was smoking a ton of weed at the time,
Do
but
it.
it made sense, and I think it still makes sense. It's, I mean, music is just a language, and
Yeah.
the ability to like read and write music is just like another way to communicate. Because I was also learning Italian at the time, so if like reading sheet music, if you can get the octave and the tempo and like the pitch of the notes, that that sounds like a language. Like if we
Well,
can hear certain
isn't
pitches and
that
be
what
like, oh well, this
language
gives me this
is?
feeling. Like, yeah,
Yeah. I mean, we're basically
yeah,
like humming and then flexing our vocal cords to get different pitches, and then making our
Hmm.
tongue go ee wee wee to like A-E-I-O-U. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
No, Ray.
and
Well, and then also you said low key magic, right? And the thing is that we say, we're gonna like spell words out, and but like also the way that we put spells on people is the power in the flamingo's out. He's like, look, guys, you gonna get esoteric on me? Fuck this, I'm dipping. No, I'm just playing. He probably had a bad connection, like he said at the beginning. But like, oh, okay, cool. Everything's good. Everything I just said, I take back. It was just a heat of the moment. Nope, nope, no, that guy's
oh,
done forever.
oh,
Um,
there you go.
but like, the we are the humming that we're making, it actually has power over people. We use it to shape like our identity and the world, our worldviews, our connections to other people. But then also, the music that we play is also, it has the ability to make us feel things, right? Like in a film, and we've talked about this with Chandler, but like in a film, the way that you score the movie gives everything to the film. Like you can watch it without music, and it's going to tell one story, and then depending on what like music you put under it, it tells different stories. Um, you said low key magic, and that's what it's weird that the way that we hum or the vibrations that we use can actually manipulate the inside parts of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It like it implies like I wish I could remember um which keys are tied to like which feelings because I remember writing them all down. But
Really,
like
like as you were practicing bass
yeah,
scales, you're like, oh, this makes me feel this, and this makes me feel.
yeah, because people have
Uh,
cataloged them before. Like the Halloween theme song is in the key that it's in because it elicits like a weird, creepy uncanniness
oh
to it.
yeah, right. Okay,
Uh,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
Like an E minor scale, or like G is like the champion scale. C
yeah.
is like a
There we go.
classical. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
And in the
they
same,
they evoke a specific feeling in the Western world.
yeah, and in the same way, you could take like the same handful of notes, but like change the tonality to like give a different meaning. You could say the same words in a different inflection, and like
Yeah.
"I love you" means something different. It's like "I love you" compared to like "I love you." Like, oh, okay,
I love you.
yeah, yeah,
100 different people do Hamlet. There's 100 different ways that you could do Hamlet. Um,
Yeah.
that sort of stuff. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, Yeah, so I do believe that the experience that we're having is actually a magical experience, but it's so common, and you said low key, but like it's just common that we miss it. The fact that we're bags of flesh that are electrified somehow and moving around, and then not only that, like amoebas do that, but are now aware of the fact that we're riding around in a flesh suit. And not only that we know it, but we can willingly do things with it. Um, what else do you call that but low-key magic?
Yeah.
high key magic.
High-key
You
magic,
could
yeah.
you could yeah you could call it
A
witchcraft,
whole tool
I
set of
guess.
magic.
Right. Yeah, it's just we're a little bit of electricity, the same like force, the plasma that's like coursing through everything else in the universe. We're a little bit that's like encased. And in that we get to be aware and have some willingness to move around. But it's the common experience, and that's the thing that blows my mind. I think that's the thing that improv. This is where the rant started from. Is like reminds us of is that like we're actually not the solid form that we think we are. We're actually like a cloud of vibrations that when they're in close proximity to each other, it seems like they interconnect with each other, like where they overlap in time and space. Um,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like when you get in like the vibe of a show and you all start making these characters together, you're kind of like crossing paths with each other. like you become like not individuals anymore, but you are the show. Um,
Yeah, like it's like an unspoken, but still on the same page, like synchronicity, where
yeah,
it's almost like weird like sibling speak, where it's like, oh, what, you guys have just been in the same like collective headspace in the same environment long enough, you're what,
exactly.
like starting the same sentences together, or like finishing each other's jokes, or one person gives like a half reference and the other person knows exactly what it is. It's
Right,
just like,
right.
yeah, I think it's just like because that's why teams are so important in long form, is
Yeah.
because you have to keep practicing with the same groups of people over and over, like building those pathways together. Like, sometimes it's on and sometimes it's off, but yeah, like it's like like time over doing the thing with each other over and over again leads to, yeah, like magic, like mind reading magic shit.
Right, right. And
Yeah.
what you're talking about is rituals, which is just an
Mm.
element of magic. So,
Yeah.
um,
Well, dude, because a guy, my best friend that I play Magic the Gathering with, we just started because he would make very long drives from Cleveland to here when we would get to see each other. I'd be like, we got to get a bunch of games of Magic in. As soon as I'm close to losing, I concede. I'm just going to shuffle up. Let's go right to the next one. I don't care
right,
if it's turn 4.
right.
You won. Let's go to the next one. Because we were just on that level of like, I know where it's going to go. I'm going to save us both time and we can play more.
Magic the Gathering, you say?
Yeah, Aaron.
Yeah, so
Magic the Gathering.
that was actually where this conversation opened up, and Ocean was nerding out about it. So would you guys like to continue? Because he just gotten to the part where he defined all the different decks as characteristics and had explained one deck combination that he liked to play. But if you guys want to nerd out about some Magic the Gathering, I would love to ask some questions of both of you while that's happening.
Hey, Aaron,
Hey,
Well, I'm not.
I didn't know you
I
played, Aaron.
That's because I haven't played in a while, but I played from when I was 10 till the end of high school. So from Ice Age to the end of the Phyrexian War. Uh,
wait,
Cool. I
wait.
was
so
gonna say, what set did that end in? Yeah, the Phyrexian stuff. Cool.
Okay, he's done with that conversation. Wait, so what are the?
uh,
No, I'm just playing. You got a
I was
call.
kidding.
Yeah.
uh,
So wait, what deck did you ask Ocean in the end of the Phyrexian War?
Oh yeah, like what set? Because
Set.
it's
oh,
I
Urza.
used to work at a I used to work at a trading card store, and all the like back order cards were chronologically in their sets. So it's like, oh, I was born in this year between this set and this set, and then I broke up with this girlfriend in between this set and this set.
What?
Like, yeah, like they're like milestones when they came out. So it's like, yeah, no, that I wanted to know when. I was like, oh, I can figure out when Aaron graduated high school based on which
Yeah,
when whatever Scars of Mirrodin came out or whatever.
yeah. So it's like the end of
That's the
Urza's
next level
legacy or
nerd shit
something.
right there, bud.
Yeah.
It's like you really have it on lock. That's wow. All
But
right.
yeah, no,
Um,
I'm a
Yeah.
I just
nerd.
want to pause to like, wow, that's that. I'm like, yeah, yeah, right. Because the best thing about being a nerd is like being recognized that you're like, hey, I actually own this corner of nerddom. And yeah, I think that you do. I've never heard somebody having being able to chronological time by that. This is definitely congratulations. If you're hearing it, there's anything else, it's like I'm like, wow, wow, you're like, good job, you've achieved it. Um, so and also,
Thank you.
what set was it that you what came out? Because now I want to know also what year Aaron graduated.
I so I think was after Urza's. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what the last one was. Right. I only know story wise. What was that? Like?
So
Because
wait, I didn't realize there's an ongoing story with Magic the Gathering decks.
oh
Oh yeah.
Wait,
yeah, it was
what do you mean?
there
Oh
was
yeah,
books.
it's been going on for like 30
Oh
years.
yeah, huge
Hmm.
books. Uh,
Yeah.
How it's I mean, how is it not called out as like the longest story ever told?
Partly, I think, because like Warhammer 40K is older
Oh,
and
I didn't.
and is also as long. Yeah.
And it just keeps building lore like that year after year.
Yeah, Warhammer
Holy
40K
crap.
is so long they spun it off into Warhammer 30K, which is like the 10,000 years before prequel. That's
Jeez.
also really long.
How many years longer is it?
Um, I don't
Well,
because
when did the
partly
game
because
start?
Warhammer. I think it started in the early 80s.
Okay, gotcha. So
It
it
was
has
like
at
it,
least a decade.
yeah, and then like it's a war game, so it's about like the story being perpetually. It's always war, so if one side ever won, they would stop selling miniatures because they would have
Ah,
like a definitive ending. So
right.
it's about like the wars taking forever and new things always getting made and you always having to buy new things to add into your army and new heroes that are coming out of the shadows to join your army from
Of course.
whatever. It's like you buy more stuff
Right.
forever.
Of course, forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the model for gaming. That you can nerd as deep as you want to into it. Um, and also, man, those figurines are so pretty, especially when people like go to town on the paint jobs. Like, I don't even play Warhammer, but I always like drool over the figurines just because of like the creativity of each different class, and then like how much level of detail that they actually care about. Man,
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's honestly it's the same thing I was saying about Magic,
yeah,
where like the faction that you like and the strategy you put in the game and the colors you put on the guys, it's all just another way for you to like put your personality and like
fact.
tie it into the strategy of the game. So like if people are painting an army of like whatever like Astra Militarum, just like humans in like green armor with just like laser guns, it's because they really like the Vietnam War and really want to have humans and tanks and gunships
Oh my
with
God.
like with like mortars and machine guns. Like they like that part. Like you definitely put your personality on the game.
I see. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
This level of nerdiness, as you point out in both of them, and I think this is probably true with a lot of levels of nerdiness, but it is about expressing your personality, but it's just in a way that's like safe, so you're not like picked on for it. Like gives you the ability to empower yourself in the way you want to be empowered.
Yeah, I think it's in a way that's safe and in a way that can kind of show off, or at least for some people, show off and highlight like niche levels of like knowledge. Like all my space marines are painted with red hands because in this one book there's a red-handed space marine who talks about being from this planet where they all paint their hands red. It's like, oh well, that only matters to super nerds, but you did it and it mattered, so I'm
Right,
glad you showed
right.
that off.
He was like, yeah, like they're from specifically this world. That is
Yeah.
fun. Um,
And it's the same thing in Magic of all of my lands are from this set, and my commander is also from this set, and he's signed from the artist that I met at this convention and in Virginia. It's like, well, great. I'm glad you had all those experiences and let them in a
yeah,
deck of cards.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's exactly what it is, right? So what would you
Yeah.
say the 38 commander decks are for you then?
My 38.
Yeah, yeah.
I love competing with my best friend. So if usually when he'll like if one of us gets one, the other one will like also just kind of have like another one built like at the same time or like, oh, I was thinking about doing this idea. It's a lot of
I got
I I'm I don't think this will sound weird, but I'm half Mexican and Native American. I just like the idea because I've never really had like a group of people that are exactly like me around me. So a
I
thing I
got you.
like in
That's great.
Magic the Gathering, yeah, a thing I like in Magic is like tribes. Like a thing is like a deck where all of the creatures are the same creature type. Like they're all
Yeah,
just humans or
got
just
you.
dragons
You
or
got the
I
just
I have
demon
demons.
deck.
I like that a lot.
my four
I like that
major
a lot.
decks are like that. I've got an
Oh
angel deck,
yeah.
zombie deck, dragon deck, and unblockable.
Which is another, yeah, which is just like another, like a keyword kind of tribe where they're all, you could do all guys that are flying, or specifically things that are all birds.
Gotcha, because
Yeah.
there's 20,000 cards. So if you want to get like, the shoebox out and pull out all the bird, so you can just play a bird game.
Man, can I tell you, the strongest deck I think I have is squirrels. Is a squirrel deck,
No,
and
you
it
don't want to
just
fuck up the
and it just
squirrels. Don't mess with the
you
squirrels,
don't
Morty. Yeah.
you do not.
How does that game play out?
It's a car. So it's in the format called Commander. You have like a legendary creature that you can cast that's like not in your deck. It's like off to the side. So you can have some pretty busted ones. And the one I have, it's called Chatterfang. So whenever you
No.
make anything, you also make a squirrel token. So you can, if you make a little treasure, or you make a little food, or these are different kinds of tokens, or you make a random 1/1 pig, you also get a squirrel. So the whole thing is just about making a ridiculous amount of squirrels that are, very powerful. Like it all.
Do you have
everything.
do you have a squirrel farm from Unglued?
I do not. That sounds hilarious.
2, 1 green, 1 and 1 green. It's enchantment. Choose a card from your hand, covering the artist's name. Reveal the card to target player. If that player can't name the artist, reveal the artist's name and put a squirrel token into play. Treat this as a 1/1 green creature.
You could do some of the most obscure artists, and nobody would ever know. That's really
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Unless you're playing against a super nerd who knows every artist in
Right.
Magic the Gathering.
Okay, gotcha. So that's right. Like I was distracted by the math, but didn't realize the depth of the culture that goes with Magic of the Gathering, such as self-expression or like just,
Mhm.
nerding out to the extent that you can, torturing your friends, if that's what you're into.
Yeah, my favorite card. I used to go to they call them like the trading card stores. We actually go and like pay to play at in events. People call them like LGSs, so like your local game store.
Mhm.
I used to play a format called Modern. It's like very competitive, and I learned my favorite card because I'm a very competitive person. My favorite card is called Slaughter Games, where you get to name any card. Look, literally, your opponent has to hand you their deck, and you get to look through it and put into exile, so they can't even like touch the cards for the rest of the game.
What?
Exile every card they have with that name. So, and like even if you missed and you didn't have anything, you got to you
Look
get
through
to
their
look
deck?
through their whole
You,
deck.
yeah, so you're like,
It's
okay, I know what your
very
game is. I know what your game is now.
Yeah, I
See,
know
that's
it.
part
I
of.
know what you have. Yeah, like it's very invasive.
And so you're like, oh yeah, okay, cool. So you got your player by the balls, so to speak.
Yeah, and it's not fun when someone does it to you. I don't like when other people touch my cards, and I don't like touching other people's cards without asking because they can be
Right,
expensive.
right,
We're
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
old.
Yeah, that's fair. Um,
Yeah.
or both.
Yeah. The thing that really prevents me from getting back into it is I don't know how to play Commander. Like my decks were from the era way, way before it. So
Oh, Aaron, I will teach you how to play Commander. I
my decks
will.
are like 100 things long, and um, yeah, it's.
Ah,
I played these games where I would invite 5 people over to my house, and it would be like a 6 to 10 person game, all playing
yeah.
all and alliances would form. It
Isn't
was
that
very
Commander?
diplomatic. Is it?
Like, isn't that
A
basically
little,
how Commander works? From what
a little
I've
bit.
I've only
Yeah.
seen them happening. I don't understand the mechanics.
It sort of plays like regular Magic because I forget that normal Magic, tabletop Magic, like competitive Magic, is 4 copies of the same card, 60
Mm-hmm.
cards in a deck, and
At least 60, but you could have more.
yeah, you could go more. I think like fully competitive. I think you can max out. You have to max out at like 75.
Okay,
Um,
that makes sense.
but the Oh, and it's 1v1. Like because I'm so used to Commander being 4 person. So like I honestly like it because it's inherently less competitive. You have a 25% chance to win in a 4-person game. And if you're the
Oh,
kind of
fair.
person that wants to win a bunch, don't. Go play 1v1. You're way more likely to win and
Right.
not ruin 3 other people's hour and a half.
I like ruining people's hour and a half with when I play them.
Aaron, what's
So
what color combination do you play with for your decks?
yeah, I was
I
gonna say what
I
what do you
play
got?
4 monocolored, so it depends on my mood. So I love my blue unblockable because it's a lot of countering and controlling other people's creatures.
Control, right? Yeah.
I love dragons because huge amounts of damage, a lot of fast damage.
What group are they from? What color are they?
Black. Oh
Okay,
no, red.
gotcha.
Red dragons are red.
Oh, gotcha.
I've got zombies that are black, and I've got angels that are white. My angel deck is a lot of life gain and fun creatures and Wraths of God.
Oh,
Do you know
yeah.
Wrath of God?
Love Wrath of God. There's so many. Oh my God, Aaron, they pushed the game to be so like cards are so much better. Like it sucks. It honestly sucks. Like the more better cards they're printing, just the more expensive they get, and the less of them I ever have in my collection.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Oh, it was an expensive habit. That's why I had to quit when I moved to Chicago because it's either rent or Magic the Gathering.
Right, a tough call
Oh
every
yeah.
month.
Well, and they've been because the Wizards of the Coast is owned by Hasbro. Hasbro loves money. So they've been doing a lot of crossovers, like a lot of cross. I like some of them. Um,
Yeah, they had the
it's
D&D
called like
one recently.
universes. Yeah, the D&D one is cool. They had a Warhammer 40K one, which was
Okay, of
cool.
course. Hit both your favorites.
Lord of the
This
Rings
year,
makes sense.
Lord of the Rings was really cool. I love
Yeah.
that they gave like an alternate take on the artwork. So like Aragorn is a black guy, which I really dig.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was down for like all the alternate takes. Because they couldn't use like any of the like Peter Jackson designs because I think all those are like copyrighted by whoever, like Legendary. I don't remember who owns that. But it's like an adaptation of the books for all the art. They did Final Fantasy this year, and the
That's
Final
right.
Fantasy cards are
My
actually really
brother was
cool.
really excited about it. He was posting about the art
Yeah.
and how much he loves the art.
Oh yeah,
And I'd say like, yeah,
dude.
if you like
Yeah.
the Final Fantasy artwork, yeah, they're capturing it a lot. So
Yeah, they did a pretty good job. They did Fallout last year. The Fallout cards were really cool. I love the Fallout games. And
Fallout,
Spider-Man.
Magic, yeah,
This September, Spider-Man is like a whole Spider-Man set coming out.
Oh, fun.
that is pretty fun.
Yeah,
So I can
yeah,
see, yeah, how that would be fun for playing that. Can you play like Commander Spider-Man or is it 1v1?
yeah, yeah. Any creature. So there's like non-legendary creatures and that you can have like any amount of them on the board. And then there's legendary ones. You can only have like one version of that specific card on the field at a time. So any legendary creature can be like your commander. And there's like 7 different Peter Parkers that are all
Ah,
legendary. You could
ah.
have 7 just Peter Parker decks. Like not even Spider-Man.
That is super fun. Hey guys, I just noticed
Yeah.
we're kind of in like the last like 10 minutes of the show. So
Oh geez.
we can wrap it. It didn't it came rushing up. I forgot these ones are a little bit shorter. Um,
That's all good.
so this has been fun. Ocean, I hope you've had fun nerding out about Magic the Gathering and some of that Warhammer.
Oh my God. I found Magic the Gathering when I was like looking for a new hobby and I fully fell into it. And I've been painting like Warhammer minis since I was like 6 or 7 years old. Like
Jeez. Oh
when
my
when
God.
like Lord of the Rings Return of the King was coming out, Games Workshop, that's the company that makes Warhammer, they had a Lord of the Rings like war game, like tabletop war game. And that was what I
Oh.
started with. I was painting Lord of the Rings figures with my dad since I was like a baby, like a 7-year-old kid.
That's how
Like,
they
oh my
get
God.
you. Generations. Yeah. They're like, hey, son, check this out. Look how nerdy we can be. Yeah, for real.
Awesome.
Yeah, I dig that for you. We were talking on another episode. This is why I'm laughing about it. Is how these guys got into comic books was through their dad having comic books. So
Yeah.
same thing, right? Ocean?
Oh no. Oh, hello.
I'm
Hello?
sorry. Uh, I was smiling along with you about sharing a nerdy hobby with your dad. Um,
Oh yeah.
I wasn't trying to like cut you off from it. So that's awesome. And then so you've just been painting. I mean, you of course collecting and building your set. What is up, Chandler? Welcome back to Chandler. How's the birthday party
Ah,
going?
Oh, birthday party's over. I'm at home now, and I got good internet, so I apologize for tonight. But
Yo, good
I
man.
I heard
We've had a
some
fantastic
very
episode.
good. I heard some pretty good stuff earlier when I was driving home, but I lost connection. So
ah,
Oh, I put some episode uh 2 sea shanties into the Chandler chat
Yes,
for you to just like listen to.
yeah,
and
I have yet to check them out, but I will.
Excellent.
and Aaron, don't
Yeah.
you have the songs from three that we've done so far?
Yeah, yeah, I could uh I I specifically like went to my parents' house and like just like sang them, but yeah, I could also start singing some episode 3 stuff too.
That's awesome. Yeah, it'd be fun. We've been getting some of those locked down as far as what they sound like and the lyrics and everything generally. So yeah, we've got. I don't know if you're excited about Cox and Space projects on top of everything else you've got going on, but there is more music. So and the shanties are fun.
Yeah, I definitely am gonna check them out and try to work something on it. Hopefully on screen. So
Yeah.
Nice.
And guys, if you
yeah,
haven't heard the episode from last week that we missed out on with Pattern One, it's a fantastic episode. Lots of really great music that they composed together. So check it out. It's going to be coming out next week, I believe. Um, yeah, I believe that's how it works out. So yeah, Friday night, you guys can check it out, and then yeah, for everyone else
well,
that
yeah,
in the past. So um, yeah, this has been such a great nerdy conversation, Ocean. I'm glad you came on. It's unexpected what we're going to talk about. Um, but like that for me, I really want to hear more about the story of Magic the Gathering, like what the background like details are. Unfortunately, we don't have
man.
time. But yeah, like I mean, like if you want to come on at some point where you just tell me the story about like what the lore of Magic the Gathering is, you would have a rapt audience, and I want to know like the
Listen,
business.
yeah. I could pitch you. I could definitely try to sell you on Match the Gathering. I think you could just read the books and not play the game, or just play the game and completely miss the books.
See,
Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm
every
talking
set
about.
that comes
Like
out is the story.
I'm
Yeah.
I mean, The Brothers War is a really good book. Uh
Yeah. And it's
uh,
it's also very expensive.
is
I
it?
cannot find
the
yeah,
the
I
entire
cannot
deck
find a
is
cheap
right.
copy.
Oh man, I read it back in the day, so it
Oh
was
my
less
god.
expensive back then.
Oh my
Oh,
god, I
of
would love
course,
to read
because
it.
book nerds are collecting the books just the same way as the card nerds are collecting the cards. God, those guys genius. It's such genius marketing. Man, you can't do anything these days that hasn't been done. That's brilliant.
Honestly, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and then if they keep it in quality, because all the artwork I've seen has always been good for Magic the Gathering. Like when I hear my family talking about the rules structure and system, they seem pretty balanced for a good gameplay.
Hmm.
Obviously, it creates passionate players of Aaron who right now doesn't play but wishes he really could play. Ocean being like, yeah, hey, guy, you wanna play? Because we can play a game right now. Like, uh, right now.
I've got my old decks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's still in my parents in my room at my parents' house.
Well, and you guys live kind of close to each other, so like if you wanted to learn Commander and sit down and play, I didn't invite
Yeah,
Aaron over to Ocean's
yeah,
house,
Aaron.
but you know what I'm saying is there's like game stops and stuff. You guys can meet up halfway or whatever. But um,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've
because
got
just
Aaron. I've got multiple versions of all of those decks. I have 2 vampire decks. I've got 2 dragon decks. I've got 2 angel decks and 3 zombie decks. I could teach you
Wow.
Commander for days.
see,
Fun.
that's what I'm talking about. Um, yeah, just that, yeah, that it is a fun game. I have been sleeping on it, but especially since there is a massive amount of lore, that's the thing that always gets me. That's the thing that got me about, like the Dark Souls games or the Elden Ring games. Is I was like, yeah, they're just really hard, but then like the bizarro lore that keeps popping up where you're like, this is, much bigger than I anticipated. Um, yeah, that's the part that gets me. So yeah, you might have gotten me sold on it based off the stories.
Dude, I was gonna say, don't even the how you put together the story in the Souls games is like my favorite thing about them. Bloodborne is like my favorite game ever.
Exactly. Thank you. That was the one that like that was the one. So I had played some Dark Souls before, and I was like, yeah, these are tough, and I don't know why. And then I played Bloodborne, and the way that the story unfolded, and you kind of like learn who you are and what's going on, and you're leveling up at the same time. I was like, this is like a novel that's super fun. Like, it's just it's a dark mystery that you play. And so, it's just I went back and now I played Elden Ring and now I've played the Dark Souls games because they do that. Not as successfully in some of them, but yeah, that same thing. Um, I think you can get away with
Elden,
anything you want to. Good storytelling.
yeah, Elden Ring is so good. Elden Ring, I
Oh my
felt
God.
like, oh my God, I felt like I was discovering like a new country for the first time. It was weird. I was like, I've been a fan of FromSoft stuff for a while, but
Right.
like everything in Elden Ring felt like a new and novel experience. Like I wish I could delete it and replay it. Like I love that game.
Yeah, exactly. So I played it through, or most of the way through, and then lost the copy or lost access to it, or like changed systems or something like that. And then I started playing a second playthrough, and it wasn't the same. It definitely, I like, it was just like, because it wasn't that exploration that you get from the first playthrough.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
yeah, they made a really good choice when they went that direction.
yeah.
Speaking of more nerdiness, and so you like to nerd out about nerdy things, huh?
I mean, all
Uh,
of it. Honestly,
clearly,
I
like
I
same,
wanted to do like a Star Trek podcast. I'm a nerd about so much different shit.
Oh man,
nice,
we're gonna
right,
be able to talk about Star Trek too in the future then.
right.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a terrible thing if we had to keep doing that podcast over and over and got caught in like some bizarre time loop that we could only break out of, if we mentioned that we're in a Star Trek podcast. Um, have you guys experienced this before or not?
No, not yet.
Okay, gotcha. All right, well, just keep that in mind next time.
Yeah, this
So
whole
yeah,
time, yep. My
yeah,
whole life has just been I'm on the holodeck. I'm in
yeah,
the background
exactly.
of someone else's holodeck.
Yeah, you're just an NPC character that's been turned on that has been given this fully fleshed out personality, so that you could serve this one moment in their scripts. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna see Patrick Stewart walk by in a Robin Hood costume and go, ah, that's the
ah,
holodeck. I'm the
ah,
I
fake
am not
one. Dang
married
it.
then.
that's why I have all that knowledge. Yeah,
Okay.
it's all coming together. Yeah, I was trying to turn someone on to it was Logan, right? He's never seen Star Trek, and I was trying to
Oh,
turn
yeah.
him on to the best, what I thought was the best holodeck episode. Ocean, we'll close with this. What do you think is the best holodeck episode, from the Star Trek series
I
or
think, and
moment? It doesn't have to be an episode, but
I might be wrong, but I
it's an
remember really
opinion.
liking it's like a later episode in Star Trek: The Next Generation when like Data becomes it's like an Old West one where
Yes,
Worf and his
see,
son, yeah,
that's
get
what I
stuck on the
said too.
holodeck
A
and
fistful of datas.
yeah, Oh my god, yeah! And Data's like the bad cowboy.
The
Dude,
bad
that was the
cowboy.
best.
Brent Spiner's performance throughout the next generation and the subsequent movies, as all the different characters that they make and play, shows that he's just a brilliant actor. Like, and that episode in particular, where he's just like, he's the bad guy. He also becomes like one of the women, like at the end of the episode, and it's a Worf and Alexander episode. Yeah.
Well, and they pick the best character to like accidentally turn evil for an hour. It's like, oh, like Data would be horrifying if he was genuinely evil. Like
Oh
they picked a
yeah.
great
Oh yeah.
yeah, they
And then
picked a great way to write it.
safety protocols turned off, and they're going up against Data, who's glitching out. And the only
Yeah.
way they can defeat him is by winning the simulation. Like, and that's where like the stakes are super high in this holodeck episode, which is a fantasy on the show.
Yeah, and it's Worf, so you know he sucks at fighting.
That's actually why he hangs out with the humans, is because he's not good enough to be a Klingon. I've said it, and that's how we're ending the episode. Thank you guys so much
Yeah.
for being here. Ocean Alvarado, we appreciate your presence here on Chandler. Chandler Fleming, Aaron Kozbial. Guys, just shout out your socials real quick, and we'll wrap it up.
I
Ocean.
think I'm just Ocean Alvarado on Facebook. And I think on Instagram I'm Ocean Alvarado 95.
Boom.
ProfessorofComedy.com will get you my name, and Aaron Kozbial. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
There you go. I don't know if Chandler can hear or participate, but he is SoundCloud.
Yeah, I've got some.
There you go.
Sorry, I've got some songs coming out at Flamingo Music at SoundCloud.
Yeah,
or
dropped
whatever
a
the
couple
website
tracks
is.
on the fly without even shouting it out over the last couple weeks. So if you haven't been snooping around there, you've been missing out. They're really great. So check them out. This has been a Cox and Space podcast. This is Flicking the Skip. I'm Skip Marazzi, and hanging out here on Chandler. This has not been Flicking the Skip. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to commentate your podcast, but I did. And we'll see you later. Bye, guys.
End program.